You know, I didn't really draw much from that film at all. We really drew from the ride. Uh, Katie Dippold, created a screenplay, a version of this movie that just kind of is a total departure from the previous film, but also is really true to that original ride. And it's set in New Orleans. She really deals with some of those ghosts that are really important and popular in that ride. And that's where I drew my inspiration from. I thought so much amazing work went into that ride, conceiving that ride. It's the last ride that Walt Disney had a hand in before he died. And frankly, they grappled with the very same questions we were grappling with this film, like how scary should it be? How dramatic should it be? How funny should it be? How musical should it be? And I took a lot of inspiration from where they landed, back in 1968, which just sort of lasted all this time and inspired even more, rides around the world and in other Disneyland. So that felt like the smartest way to go here.
When my son and I moved in here, it wasn't as warm as we hoped. Okay, I'm gonna light a vanilla candle, and it's gonna be a game changer. Will it though?
For me, I grew up with movies that play in that sandbox. I thought a lot about Little Shop of Horrors, and I thought a lot about Ghostbusters and Gremlins, and movies that kind of, let the humor and the horror kind of live side by side. As a director, from a technical standpoint, they're actually very similar. You have to lead the audience down a road and then you surprise them. And that surprise can either make you laugh or it can make you scream or gasp. But the actual work of it is it's surprisingly similar. And, maybe I'm just damaged, but I tend to laugh in horror movies and I tend to, I tend to see them all very similarly.
I can show you what happened, but it will cost you $3.
What?
Wow.
It's highway robbery.
Who said that?
Yeah, we got really lucky with the cast, and I have to say I'm really sad that they are not here to promote their work in the film. They really are remarkable, and at the same time, I just want to say I really support their efforts to strike for a fair and equitable deal. We wouldn't be anywhere without actors. They are the most important special effect, the most important spectacle that we come to the movies to see. And when I stepped into the role as director, it was important for me to, one, really reflect the reality of New Orleans. This is a mostly black town. It was really important to me to have a black lead, but I also felt like we had a chance to create a discovery moment here, to pick someone that people knew but maybe didn't know in this way. And I thought Lakeith Stanfield was just perfect. He is so vulnerable on camera, but he's also very charming and very funny. But you also sense that the tears are right there beneath the surface. I just thought he was the perfect guy to bring us into this grieving character like Ben. And then to surround him with like his dynamic opposites, people like Tiffany Haddish, who is so boisterous and joyful. People like Rosario Dawson, who is charismatic, but yet, has this kind of demure quality about her. People like Jamie Lee Curtis, people like Danny DeVito, Owen Wilson, obviously it was really important for the studio to have really big stars, but I wanted to make sure that those stars were really great character actors that knew how to kind of operate in an ensemble film. And I just was so lucky to find these people. I will cherish them for the rest of my career, getting to work with these folks.